How's it going, Captain? Do you have any work for me?
Sehr interessant. I thought you were helping Siska.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Was soll ich sagen? After our Lord paid ransom for us to the Scheißkerl Cherton, there is peace here. Fortunately. Aber warte. Actually, there is one thing. You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosch. He might have eine Aufgabe for you. See, someone poached a white roebuck in his territory the other day.
A white roebuck? That's a rare sight.
Ja, and Dobrosch takes it as a personal offense. So go easy on him, hörst du?
What exactly do you mean by that?
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his territory, and wait until he tells you himself. Oh, ja. He really doted on that creature. Und das war alles. I don't have anything else.
All right, thank you. I'll ask around.
Greetings. What do you need?
What goes on in the forest, Huntsman?
There are poachers prowling in the woods, a band led by this ginger-headed muck of Marshowitz. They've been causing trouble for quite some time, but now they've really overdone it.
What happened?
They killed a rare white roebuck that lived in our woods. Killed and skinned it. Sir Peter of Pisek put a bounty on their heads. The bounty's yours if you help me track them down.
I must say, I've never seen a white roebuck before.
It's an exceedingly rare animal. It was beautiful. Its hide was white as snow. Sir Peter forbade hunting it, but I wouldn't have even if I could. Killing an animal like that is bad luck.
Do you know any more about these poachers?
They're led by some fella called Mark of Marshowitz, and they fancy themselves some kind of a brotherhood. From what I've heard, they showed up in the village below the castle a couple of times trying to sell venison. The guards always sent them packing. Our knacker, Wolf.
That knacker, Wolfram. Do you think he had anything to do with the dead roebuck and the poachers?
Oh, he has a dishonourable profession, true enough, and he sells hides and meat wherever he can. But having the gall to work with poachers, I don't think so. He's on thin enough ice as it is, being a knacker and all. If his lordship found out he had anything to do with it, he'd have him hanged. But he might know something about that band.
All right, Huntsman. I'll try to track the poachers down. Maybe they haven't sold the hide yet, and I'll be able to find it.
Excellent. And if you mete out capital punishment on the spot, all the better. Every member of that band carries a squirrel tail on them. Probably a badge of their hunting prowess. Bring them to me as evidence.
Where should I look for these poachers?
Ah, that's the hard part. I'm sure they have a hideout in the woods around here, but you'll have to track them down yourself. If you don't know what to do, you can try to get something out of the knacker.
Thanks for the advice.
God be with you.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I heard you might know something about the band of poachers hiding out in the woods. A band led by some Mach of Marshowitz. Ginger-headed.
What? Who told you such a thing?
Dobrosch, the huntsman. He sent me to track them down and get rid of them.
I see. It's about the white roebuck. I'm surprised somebody didn't shoot it long time ago. Such a hide would fetch a king's ransom.
How come you know those poachers?
What are you trying to say? Just because I'm a knacker, don't mean I'm a poacher too, you donkey. I saw them in the village a few times trying to peddle venison. That's all.
Do you know where their hideout is?
Maybe. What's in it for me?
What do you mean, what's in it for you? You should think of your own good. If you help me with my search, it'll be clear you had nothing to do with the poaching. But if you don't, then the Lord of Pisek could put a bounty on your head next.
Kurva. I didn't think of that. All right. I'll tell you what I know. I heard they're brothers. And they're led by that Mac fella. But they didn't look like kin to me. They surely ain't no livy livers, though. They're pretty frightening looking. Maybe that's why Dobrush would rather sit his arse in a castle instead of searching for them in the woods.
Do you know where they're hiding?
I ain't sure. But it's definitely somewhere in the valley near the water. In the direction of Rabush. That's where they always came from. And if I was a poacher, that's where I'd be hiding.
All right. That'll help my search.
Listen, lad. I know you said you were doing this for Dobrush, but if you find that white hide at your camp and bring it to me, I'll pay you more than that pinch purse of a huntsman. I know some people, and I'd be able to sell that thing for, well, a lot.
Perhaps. I'll see if I have any luck finding it.
Sure. But if you do, bring it back to me. Farewell, sir.
Those must be the poachers I'm looking for. Cunt! Alert! That's the hide. Now to bring it back to the huntsman, or to Wolfram. I found the white hide.
Oh, thank God for that, at least. And what about the poachers? Did you take care of them too? Do you have their squirrel badges for me?
Aye, I've got some.
Well, that's even better news. The reward's yours. Thanks, friend. You did me a huge service.
When I talked to the knacker, he urged me to sell him the hide.
I might have known. It's good you didn't listen to him.
What are you going to do about him?
Unfortunately, wanting to get your hands on something isn't a crime, and such talk from Wolfram is no surprise. But I'll keep my eye on him. Thanks for telling me. You're an honest fella.
Glad to help.
Farewell, good sir.